And it's early. I get that we're still overreacting to some things, but I would think that after this past weekend that we're at the very least calm and measured, if not a little bit anxious about the next 3 games against the Atlanta Braves, who have a very good offense.
Yeah, I mean, you should feel much better because the offense, to your point, after they hit Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker hit that home run, the Astros ran the table against the Rangers this weekend. The offense, this is what we talked about last week. I mean, like, this is what they're capable of every night. They can put up anywhere between 5 to 10 runs any given night with how deep and how good this lineup is. And the fact that you did it all without Alex Bregman, who's must have the worst flu ever.
3 days in a row.
That's tough. That's called having a kid, I'm guessing. Is that you got whatever the kid had, he got worse, because that happens a lot of times.
Yeah, little disease factories.
That's what they are. They are little disease factories.
How many times has little Joe gotten you sick?
Well, that cough I had for like a month, dude, it's from him.
Whooping cough?
It was not.
What was it?
I don't know. I got tested for everything.
I mean, for all I know, I now have this.
Have you been coughing?
No, but
then you're okay.
The pathogens could be in my body. Sleeper cell.
But maybe that's good pathogens in your body.
I'm sure that whatever had you with a cough for a month, making you sound like you're a chain smoker.
Yeah.
Smoking Marlboro Red Packs by the dozen a day. Yeah, that is definitely something that down the road could be good for me.
Yeah,
you're right.
Sure. Yeah.
You're a doctor.
To your point about Espada.
Mathematician and doctor, Joe George.
That's what we are. I have a doctorate in those things. It's the Astros fan base does not like Joe Espada, it seems. It is.
The poor guy. It's not his fault.
No, because like, what is he supposed to do? Even last night, I saw some criticism about him bringing in Josh Hader for 1 out. Well, Seth Martinez has been overworked and finally gave up a bunch of runs, and you don't want that game to slip away. So yeah, just bring in Josh Hader and his cool new entrance for 1 out. It's fine. Like, just get the win. That's what you needed yesterday. Get the win. You went 2 out of 3 this weekend versus the Rangers, and there is so much more to feel better about because the offense finally produced, mainly led by Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker, and Jose Altuve, the 3 best players in your lineup this weekend. They showed up in the best way they possibly can.
Altuve is off to the best start of his career. Statistically, that is a fact. And, I mean, you look at what he's been doing, 382, second best average in the majors, 183 OPS, that's 4th. He has 7 multi-hit games. He has 4 3-hit games, 2 back-to-back, and 5 home runs on the year, 7 home runs and 32 at-bats off of Nathan Eovaldi over the course of his career. That's the most he has against any pitcher by 4. He is the catalyst for all of this, and you got to wonder where the Astros would be if not for Jose Altuve. Say he was dealing with something else, like where he got hit in the World Baseball Classic last year, and it took him some time to get back out there. He's making it happen. As you mentioned, Kyle Tucker had a very good weekend himself, and the issues with leaving guys on base still there, Joe. But at least they hit with runners in scoring position. They hit 412 with guys on in scoring spots this weekend. So I feel when you have 3 games in a row like this, you can definitely say that maybe some of the bad issues with the runners in scoring position this year are a byproduct of bad luck, and that as the season progresses and as we have a bigger sample size, that they'll be closer to the middle of the pack.
I have a very optimistic view on this. When you have one of the best lineups in baseball and you lead the league in hits, you're going to leave a lot of guys on base. You just have more opportunity. Like the White Sox are never going to have this opportunity to leave that many guys on base because they don't get guys on base. The Astros, this math. There's more guys on base, so you can leave more on. I'm going to try to be super optimistic about it. Sean looks like he's questioning my take here.
No, it makes sense in like raw number. Like they lead the league in hits, so they're gonna have a lot of guys on base, and so you're gonna end a lot of innings. But like I think Paul's gonna say, when you lose games because of it, because you don't score enough, then it becomes a problem.
Just trying to be optimistic.
But I'm with you on the optimism here. It is freakish that they are 29th in runners left on base per game. 29th. Only the Pirates are worse. They're really bad. It's per the website I looked at, 8.18 runners left on base a game.
so many.
It's a lot.
That's so many.
That's a one inning.
It's a lot. And when you also look at what their OPS was going into Sunday with runners in scoring position, it's 694. Okay, it's all bad. But I feel like it's going to get better as the season progresses. And one of the reasons that I feel like it will, and that all of this is going to even itself out, weirdly, the Yankees are 28th, the Dodgers are 26th, Texas is 24th, Atlanta is 23rd. Lots of good teams are leaving guys on base right now, and it feels like the Astros are flukishly the ones that are really eating it more than any other team. And there's other issues, of course. The starting pitching, big one, lots of injuries, but the lineup is not a problem despite the runners in scoring position issues.
That's good company to be in. When you said Pirates, that's bad company to be in most cases. That's good company. Gives Joe's theory a little bit of credence of, hey, they're lots too good of an offense. That's why they're leaving so many guys.
Yeah, there's just lots of guys out there. So the Yankees, Braves, Dodgers, Astros just can't get enough of them home.
I'm going to guess that the Yankees, Braves, Dodgers all have had better starting pitching performances, or have at least avoided the absolute trash can fires that the Astros have put up there the last couple weeks.
This past week is maybe the worst week in the history of having a starting pitcher with a baby blowout,
dude,
in the middle of one inning, if not multiple.
Yeah,
4 times in 5 days.
What the Astros had is stunning. You don't even expect 100-loss teams to have what the Astros did in that stretch. And then JP France again on Friday just
right, that's what I mean. 4 times in 5 games. And it was against the Royals for the most part.
I know.
You expect it to happen occasionally against a team like the Rangers. We saw it in the playoffs last year with Fromber, with Christian Javier. So it's more like you're frustrated. It does feel like a lot of this is flukish. The starting pitching we could still stay mad at. But the lineup, like it should have carried them in the playoffs last year, should be able to carry them to, at the very least, a respectable spot by the end of the month where we can all settle down and get back into saying, all right, well, when do the playoffs start?
I did see that, and some of this is this is very cherry-picked because no one said it before yesterday, but the Astros have not played a team that's below 500.
Mm-hmm.
The worst record is the Rangers at 8-8. The Blue Jays are also 8-8. So that's really pushing it because it's 2 8-8 teams. But they have not played a bad team yet. So that
is
what's
coming up after these 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is some of it, is that it exacerbates what the issues are, and you also have a Blair Hinley start thrown in there, which is which they won too. But that's. As far as the starting pitching goes, it makes it look a lot worse because they just did not have a major league starting pitcher for that game.
That's bad.
No, that's bad. But in general, that guy won't pitch again.
Exactly.
And that's one of the positive things.
So you'll improve.
And the other thing, too, about this weekend, it helps that you take 2 out of 3 from the Rangers. To what Sean mentioned, the Rangers are 8-8. You're 2.5 games back. I'm not playoff division watching already, but when you think about the Astros' slow start, the fact that you're not playing a team, you don't have a team in your division that's running off 10, 11, 12 wins already this season, it does just make the record feel less bad. Just being 6-11, and then the Rangers are at the top of your division at 8-8. You've got the Angels and the A's both a game or 2 games below 500. Your division is not running away with it. So even though all these things have gone wrong for the Astros this weekend, where you're at in the standings, what's coming for this team, which we'll get to here in a little bit, there's still so much room for optimism. When honestly, even though they made a game out of it Friday night, all I did was I just felt bad. I'm watching this game on Friday. I'm like, this sucks.
Yes.
I'm not a big turn off the game guy, but I turned off the game for a while because I was just like, this is Friday night. I don't need to be watching the Astros getting smoked again. And then they turned it around this weekend in a massive way. So there's lots of good vibes.
You should be feeling better right now. You do not have to feel ecstatic or elated or say, they're winning the World Series definitively now. You don't even have to say that they're winning the AL West. But I think you should be able to say that the bats are enough to carry them. And it's really a huge gamble that the Astros are trying to win on right now, where they're saying, we're just going to hope all the starting pitchers get back and it all figures itself out. But the bats are good enough to where it's not the craziest thing in the world even if that Ken Rosenthal article in The Athletic today asked a lot of very fair questions.
Yeah. Right. And then Saturday, the conversation that everyone's having is just your stopper is on the mound. Something you would hear for Justin Verlander or Framber Valdez or Zach Greinke or Garrett Cole. And now it's Ronald Blanco. Ronald Blanco, again, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Like, finally, you get some length from someone in your rotation. But just once again, he's awesome. I think I'm all in on Ronald Blanco being legit.
It's because the one pitch. It's still the changeup.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that teams would notice how well he's pitched, given that he threw no hitter to open the season, and he began the year with the longest hitless streak ever. There'd be a little extra study for a starting pitcher like that, you'd think. And yet, 3 starts in, doesn't seem like anybody has a solution for that one pitch. It's interesting because we've talked about it before. People talk about how this Blanco pitch is just your standard changeup, but it has not been standard for the teams that he has gone up against, and they've been going up against some pretty damn good teams with him on the hill. I know with Texas offensively, we're always expecting big possibilities, and man, he did it again. So,
yeah, I mean, his 2 starts against the Rangers, he's pitched 12 innings and got 2 earned runs. And
that's a great offense.
Like, not even, he only has 9 strikeouts in those 2 games. So
and they've seen him now multiple times.
Yeah, like the fact that, like, in those 2 games, he's not striking out a ton of guys, but he's just getting guys out, and he looks comfortable and confident out there. And it does, when I watch him pitch, like, I know there was early season success for last year for JP France when he came up, and we've seen early season success from guys like Urquidy, Garcia, Javier when they made their debuts, even Hunter Brown. But Ronald Blanco, like, with this changeup, what they've added to his arsenal, it's working so well. And then that gets followed up by Christian Javier, who yesterday goes 7 innings pitched and gives it 2 earned runs.
Where the hell did that come from?
I mean,
Javier getting into the 7th inning.
Dude.
Mean, that's why I like him, because when he can do that and he is capable of it, it's great. I mean, he didn't even hit 100 pitches.
89.
I mean, normally he's hitting 100 in the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
At least it feels that way because he has those 2 22-pitch innings a game. And in this one, he was calm, cool, collected as he always is, but the actual pitching itself reflected that.
Yeah, he was.
It's kind of annoying when he's calm, cool, and collected, and he's getting shelled by the Rangers. I mean, you don't want him to go Framber Valdez mode and try to gun down half the Rangers when they come up to the plate because one of them took him yard. But there are moments where I'm like, I wish Javier was pissed off about this because I'm pissed about it.
Yeah.
But when he's looking like that, you got to feel pretty good. And how they get that to be the regular thing for Christian Javier is something I do not have the answer to.
I mean, look, he's got a 1.54 ERA this season. To your point about the length of how deep he's going into games, he's gone 6 innings, 5.1, and 7 innings pitch this season. So typically, if you can get 6 out of him, I'm very happy with a Christian Javier start. Because, like you said, we know what that pitch count can do for him because it just sometimes it escalates in a big way. But he's had a really good start to the season. Not, his best stuff at all times, but another just very positive thing this week. And that the thing is too about these 2 starts, they were desperately needed because your bullpen was just getting worked constantly.
And if you had a whiteboard or what do they do at those blue collar factories, you have like one of those signs that has been X amount of days since the last accident.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been 2 days since an Astros starting pitcher has let's just say had a blowout in his pants.
Workplace accident.
Right. And look, the Astros bullpen has been a lot like J.J. Watt at that Houston Dash game who went viral because he had a diaper in his back pocket.
Look, you know what? You got to do what you got to do.
He said it's not his first rodeo, so I'm guessing he's dealt with a rodeo of blowing out.
Well, first of all, I have a couple criticisms of this.
Oh, okay.
Just have a baby backpack. but B,
it doesn't look
easier
stylish.
access too.
It doesn't look stylish.
No, the
Not
big
to father explain you, but
the harder
access.
part about this is like if I can put on the baby backpacks because like I'm little, so like and they still kind of fit. Now, it's a little tight. I can't imagine.
You look like
JJ
a little
Watt's,
hobbit about to go to Mordor.
Yep, yeah. JJ Watt's not gonna be able to put on a baby backpack, so for them to do that's not gonna work. Also, though, I've done this and I can tell because I have diapers just like in my car that I've just like they don't make it back inside the house. That they come with you as an emergency, but then they just
in the back seat.
They're just in the back seat. They're just there.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need middle relief and sometimes you need diapers.
Yeah, that's Joe Espada with Seth Martinez in his back pocket at all times.
He's the handy dandy diaper. But two games, and hopefully the Atlanta Braves do not change that. The Atlanta Braves are certainly capable of changing that.
Yeah,
that's what kind of scares me about tonight.
Yeah, they've had some similar issues, not to the extent of the Houston Astros, but they're in the bottom third of ERA in baseball. They're pitching. They've had some tough starts as well. They've lost Strider. Max Free got blown up twice early on. So right now they are 23rd in baseball with ERA as a team. They have a 4.90 ERA. So they've kind of gotten beat up a little bit too. So this is another opportunity where your offense could be a big reason why, or really the reason why you win, especially when you look at the pitching matchups. What Hunter Brown is going tonight, I believe it is. Arrigetti's going tomorrow. Names you don't love to hear.
I don't
at this point.
Especially
JP France coming in to clean it all up.
Oh, no. Because look, Marcell Ozuna has the best numbers in baseball right now. The Braves designated hitter. He's got a OPS that's actually north of Altuve's. He's hitting 373 and he leads the majors with 7 home runs.
Just walk him, Arrigetti. Don't
Please,
be a hero.
Intentionally walk him. Every time. Do not pitch to this guy.
Yes, please. The Rangers finally figured that out. They finally just stopped throwing to Yordan Alvarez with Andrew Heaney. Yordan Alvarez's number versus Heaney and Altuve versus Eovaldi, they're just like, they're like 10 for 15. They just dominate those guys.
Yeah, but with these three guys coming up in the Astros rotation against the Atlanta Braves,
yikes!
I compared it to, it's like when you have 3 different midterms, like right before the week of spring break, where you're just like, give me through these 3 days. I honestly don't really even care how they go at this point. I am looking forward to, as an Astros fan, when they get to play the Nationals.
Yeah,
when they get to play when it eases up a little bit.
Okay, guys, exercise for all 3 of us here.
Okay.
On 3, tell me how many games they're going to beat the Braves over the next 3 days. Okay. Let's all go. 3, 2, 1. 1.
Do we all say 1?
Yeah. Yikes.
Well,
here's the thing. There's still reason for optimism. Even if they lose 2 out of 3 versus the Braves.
There's reason for optimism when there's no Hunter Brown or Spencer Arrigetti on the mound.
And the thing is one of them will go away. One of them's going away. Because on Friday, Justin Verlander's back.
And then when they go to Mexico City, April 27th to 28th,
yes,
Framber Valdez, who said he's fine.
They said before they go to Mexico.
And that things are feeling better.
So by next Thursday, Justin Verlander and Framber Valdez are going to be in this rotation. The fact that Framber Valdez does not have to have Tommy John and whatever, I don't know how he got hurt now, because it just seems like literally a bruise. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he slept on it weird. It is baseball. Guys are known for
I've done that before.
Sneezing and throwing their back out. Yeah. So you never know in baseball.
Didn't miss a day, but I've done that before.
Yeah. So well, you're a tough guy.
I didn't want to say.
You're not a soft boy.
Yeah, like these Astros pitchers.
Yeah, soft boys. But the reinforcements are coming. So even if the series versus the Braves does not go well, the sky is not falling. You have 3 pitchers who've been getting rocked all over the place against one of the best lineups in baseball.
I almost want to change it to 0.
No.
I forgot France was starting on Wednesday.
They can steal one.
Do you know who Darius Vines is?
No, there's no Charlie Morton.
I don't know.
For the Braves in this 3-game set.
Who's Darius Vines? That's all I know. That's who's pitching tonight.
There's also a little bit of this Astros offense can just throw up an 8 spot, and so then you feel good. Then it doesn't matter who's pitching. They again. I can't believe I'm doing this twice. I swear I was gonna say his name less in the last couple weeks. They won the Blair Henley start.
Yeah,
they did win that. They did. They scored 10 runs and won the Blair Henley start. So they don't need one of these guys to pitch like an ace to win. They just need, again, do not have a blowout in the first inning.
Don't be what you've been. Just be. You can be bad. You can be bad.
Be better.
You can be bad.
You can't say
just don't be like nuclear bad.
Okay.
I mean, like
That's
just be
the
a.
Astros mantra.
I'm
for
not
these
asking
three?
you to be better. Just be a little less worse. Like
a little less worse. My God, that's your Bears fan coming out.
They've been getting these guys
Good
got
God.
smoked.
I do kind of agree. Like if they can just go 4 innings. Just don't get pulled in the
Give
first
up less
3
than
innings.
5. Like they could have won on Friday night. They scored 8 runs, but they gave up 12.
You know, the odds are
just suck a little less.
The odds are against them constantly having starts where the pitcher lasts that long.
Hunter Brown has a track record.
We can't all have premature getting pulled after 2/3 of an inning.
They've just been.
There's some medication for that, I would think.
Whatever it is, they need it badly.
Someone on the Twitch, and Fuentes Respecter, I don't believe that he did this. This has to do with something we just talked about. He says he wasted like $1,000 on Hunter Brown rookie cards, patches, and autographs this offseason.
Yikes, dude.
Sir.
This is that's worse than a gambling addiction.
That is.
I mean, I know. Like
that is alarming.
I know baseball cards are back. Like that's a thing again.
And you have to try to buy low, but like
that doesn't sound like you're buying low in Fuentes, unless you're buying a bulk.
Yeah, buy them now. Honestly.
How much in bulk does he have?
That's what I'm
Is he going to start his own Hunter Brown pop-up store?
So he says, like,
I imagine he's going to wait until he turns into Verlander like he's supposed to.
I mean, he says here that he bought originally the rookie patch autograph cards were $100, and he bought them at $38 to $45.
Oh, dude!
And you have $1,000 worth of these,
dude.
That's a lot. I'm not doing the math. It's a lot.
Do you think Hunter Brown's family would pay for that?
No.
I'm asking the question.
No,
I'm not answering it.
I don't think they would. I mean,
they buy it under somebody else's name to make him feel better about it.
So no one needs a good start out of Hunter Brown more right now than in Fuentes.
And Fuentes Respecter needs it real bad. Hopefully it's coming.
Says he bought 23 or 25.
Six
Holy
innings,
smokes.
6 innings, 300 runs. I'll take it right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, you at this point,
we all make bad investments,
and you got to hold on to that at this point. Like you can't.
Oh, he needs to win like a Cy Young
because like they're worth like $1 now. like if they were 38 to 45 this summer or this last year, maybe we're 15 at this point because he stinks.
He's not good.
Hopefully, he doesn't stink forever.
He needs to be like good too.
Yeah, you need him to be Justin Verlander.
Well, that's not happening. So give up on that.
Short term, it's not
From
happening.
he tries to impersonate him.
Yeah.
You
Although
know?
I've seen maybe Justin Verlander in his rehab starts is impersonating Hunter Brown.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yesterday was not his fault though.
I didn't watch. I've seen people make this case. I did not watch. I do not care.
All I know is that I read a Twitter thread that his AA defense was very AA defense-y yesterday, and they made a lot of bad plays.
Again, did not watch. Sure, I'll take your word for it.
Where do you watch? Like, what are they? It's the Hooks, right?
Yeah, Corpus Christi Hooks.
I couldn't remember which team he was on yesterday. Like, where do you watch Corpus Christi Hooks baseball?
It's a good question.
I imagine they have a
the
stream
ballpark.
somewhere.
Yeah, at the ballpark.
You drive all the way down there.
Buy a ticket to Whataburger Field.
I mean, beach weather. There's beaches there.
That's the worst places you can go.
That's true.
I hope there's better beaches there than here.
Actually, this one was in Frisco though, because I remember it was a road
right.
game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Frisco.
Another text. This is from Eric the driver, and
I saw this.
but this is me. I have to address you too, okay? Because I have a brand. Okay, I'm not a loser. Okay, no offense. Love you guys.
Wait.
Well,
Am I losing?
He's calling you a loser.
from the text line, Eric the driver. You don't have to be better. Just don't be worse. Sounds like something a battered sports fan would say. I can have Joe saying that. I can't have you saying that, John. I can't have you saying that. We have a brand. Okay.
I was gonna say something.
We're elitist.
Look, that is my brand.
We are elitist. Okay. We're trying to get Joe. We're essentially doing Pretty Woman, except for he's not a hooker. Or My Fair Lady. We're trying to make Joe an arrogant sports fan. Okay. But you can't endorse the You don't have to be better. Just don't be worse. You cannot endorse that.
Why not?
I'm saying for
They're
the next
minor
Joe
leaguers.
can say it. We're gonna get him out of
I'm
his
saying
funk.
Spencer Arrighetti, just be a little bit better.
Yeah, Hunter Brown.
Give
Just
me
a little
something.
bit.
Show me something.
No, he has to be better, Sean.
No, he does. But I'm saying against the Braves,
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah, we're thinking about
Right.
we're not talking about these games. We're talking about the next games. We want him to be much better.
He could throw the same stuff against the Braves and not be worse and give up more runs because it's the Braves and not the effing Royals.
True, but the Royals could be good. So maybe he just got beat up by a good baseball team.
I hope that's the case.
You know, trying to be.
I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know battered sports fan syndrome. I have it.
It's crazy there's only 2 guys we trust, and one of them is Ronel Blanco.
Yeah.
I know, what the hell.
Yeah, and to your point, we're trusting Justin Verlander, who's given up, I think, 13 earned runs in 2 starts.
He's just working on his stuff.
Just working on his stuff.
That's what those guys say all the time. It must be nice.
It must be nice.
You know, like
Working on my stuff.
should we say that when we get bad ratings? I'm just working on my stuff.
Just working on
I-
it.
Just working on my
believe-
stuff, man.
I want to believe that there's some like AA like grinder type who's like actually cares about winning and losing these Corpus Christi Hooks games.
Yeah.
And every time a star pitcher comes in, has a terrible rehab start, and is like, you know, I felt good out there. Yes, they kept hitting it all. I imagine like this second baseman who's 31 years old. This is his career. It's just like seething, being like, working on. Some
I think Bagwell told this story yesterday.
Oh, was
during
that
the
after his
broadcast?
propaganda?
Yeah, his propaganda. Everything will be fine. For at least right now, it looks better. But he was saying everything was going to be fine before JP France got spanked on Friday night. But he was telling the story yesterday about how when his last year in baseball, he got sent down to the minors, but they were in a playoff push, so they batted him 9th because he was washed, and he knew it, and they knew it, and they didn't want him to screw up their playoff chances, so they batted him 9th. I was like, you know what?
I respect
that.
The
Like,
cojones on that Round Rock Express manager.
I think it's whoever the manager was is on the Astros. Is a bench coach for the Astros right now.
Man, if only Jeff had taken that same approach with Michael Brantley and Rafael Montero and Jose Abreu.
To be able to tell when people are washed.
It would be nice if someone could tell when somebody is washed.
He's
All I know
always
is-
the last person to know when someone is washed, whether it's himself or anyone else.